Killamarsh Woman and children died as a result of violent acts. A woman and 3 children who were found dead at a house in Derbyshire died as a result of violent acts, a coroner has said. Terri Harris and her children John Paul and Lacey Bennett were found dead along with Lacey's friend Connie Gent at a house in Killamarsh on the 19th of September. Their inquest openings heard police went to the house following a report Damien Bendall had stabbed himself. Mr. Bendall was arrested on suspicion of murder and has since been charged. Det Insp Graham Prince told the inquest that Derbyshire Police received a phone call from Dorset Police at 7:26 British Summer Time on the 19th of September. Dorset Police received a telephone call about the safety of Damien Bendall, Det Insp Prince said. That phone call was made by a relative of Damien Bendall. They indicated to Dorset Police that Bendall had suffered a stab wound and that was self-inflicted. He said Derbyshire Police were alerted and officers were dispatched to Chandos Crescent in Killamarsh and were met by Bendall when they arrived at 7:39. Det Insp Prince said police then entered the house, concerned for the safety of the other occupants. Once inside the house they located Terri Harris, 35, John Paul Bennett, 13, Lacey Bennett, 11, and Connie Gent, also 11. They were already deceased, he said, and paramedics confirmed this when they arrived a short time later. The coroner, Peter Nieto, said post-mortem examinations have been carried out and he is awaiting full reports. However, he said the early indications were that the deaths had been caused by violent acts. He suspended the inquests, explaining that they cannot resume until after criminal proceedings have ended. Fuel supply. Minister blames empty petrol pumps on unnecessary purchases. People buying fuel when they do not need it are the cause of queues at petrol stations and empty pumps, the Environment Secretary has said. George Eustace said there was plenty of petrol, and urged people to buy it in the way they usually do. There were no plans at the moment to bring in the army to drive tankers, he said. Meanwhile, doctors and home care staff have called for essential workers to be given priority for fuel. The Petrol Retailers Association, which represents nearly 5,500 of the UK's 8,000 filling stations, warned on Sunday that up to 2/3 of outlets were out of fuel, with the rest of them partly dry and running out soon. But Mr. Eustace said the UK's fuel supply was at normal levels and the fears of disruption which had led to panic buying over recent days were unfounded.